The objective of the workshop is to present the project's findings to policymakers, governmental organizations, NGOs, academia, and members of the press on the way forward of irregular migration. Katia Batista, professor of economics, Portugal at Nova School of Business and Economics, who also doubles as the scientific director of North Africa, noted that the project provides the enabling environment where young men in the Gambia can be well informed about the risks of irregular migration.
But in the process, we also realize that many of these young men, they go to Europe, but they already know it is risky. What they don't have is alternatives in their lives. So what we thought is that in addition to providing information, we should think about alternatives.
Dr. Tijan Elba, a researcher at Navarra Center for International Development, also a lecturer at the University of the Gambia, said the objective of the workshop is to take stock of lessons learned and share it with the public on what can be done to tackle the issue of irregular migration.
What we find out in short is that what seems to really matters in terms of changing intentions or migration decisions, in addition to giving people information alone might not be enough. You need to layer that with additional alternatives.
Dr. Ba further said, during the research, they found out that the vocational skills training emerged as one fundamental means of reducing the willingness of intending migrants to migrate through the back way. He argued that promoting regional migration was an alternative that the research highly recommends.
Furthermore, in related to the COVID-19 pandemic, another piece of evidence that we saw in this study is that even though the pandemic generally reduced intentions to migrate.
Dr. Ba said, despite the COVID-19 pandemic, which has also reduced the flow of remittances, there is still a surge among individuals embarking on such perilous journeys through the back way.
Taking into account all these findings, what we can say is that in order to inform the policy discussion, we have to think hard about alternatives for these individuals, not only alternatives relating to making them acquire skills so that they would be able to utilize these skills as a meaningful source of livelihood, but also there is a need for us to think about how to promote legal channels, legal options for these people where they can be able to migrate.
The consultative meeting on irregular migration ended on a high note between key players on how to further raise awareness on the dangers of migrating through the back way to Fortress Europe. Marian Jai Ajayi, GRTS News.